Good day, audience. You're welcome back to another segment of the English language on the topic grammar. This is a concluding part of our last topic, and I could remember I was trying to analyze some use of words, like okay, the grammatical use of words, interpretations, the meaning, the spellings, the omissions of some words, wrong insertion of a part of speech, interpreting another message. And I could remember I was trying to discuss uh, a particular homophonous word. And the word talking about this in our last class, I said something about this. I stopped here, like charmed man, uh, charmed man, charmed man, and well, and I could remember I tried everything possible, explain that nothing of the sort in the English language. So all we have is what? Shaman. Okay? Shaman. So, and who is a shaman? A shaman is a priest or herbalist, or that particular person who has the power to talk to God and evil spirits and to cure. Okay, so we're going to continue on a very smooth note today. So let's look at some of these words and the grammatical use along the interpretations. And having said this, I was trying to say something about homophonous words, that is homophones. Talking about homophones. Most of the glitch among non-native speakers have to do with homophones, right? Because homophones are words. It means same. This is same. Then phones means what? Sounds. So same sounds. So when we're talking about homophones are words of the same sounds. Okay? So like what we just put in now, shaman, shaman. Having said this as well, let's look at this word. So most non-native speakers always having problems with homophonous words in languages. So look at this. Most times I've had this word. I saw this question in a particular exam. Remove the plaster on your dash. I want to see the wound. And the options wow. And that's the major reason that we really need to understand more of the spellings. And some questions could look quite on the surface, but it's quite technical. So, obviously, exam takers will look at this too and take this two out. Well, says in it. So the question is jaw or jars. That would be a particular question that someone will continue to ask if the word should be jaw or if the word should be jars. Okay. So having said this, I'm smiling because it's gonna be something quite interesting on the wayside. Okay. So having said this, I think we should take this one out, and we'll be looking at this. But on the light note, the answer is jaw. Okay. Remove the plaster on your jaw. Some of you could be looking at this that the answer should be jaw. Okay, so they both sound very much alike. So what's the difference between jaw and jaw? So jaw is the skeleton. The skeleton, okay? So the skeleton, the jaw is the flesh. The flesh that covers the skeleton. So let's go back to the analysis of the question. Remove the plaster on your jaw. So remove the plaster on your flesh or on your skin. So the skin that covers the skeleton is the jaw. The bone inside is the jaw. Okay? So while labeling the human skeleton, one will label jaw, J-A-W. But talking about the flesh, at least the down of the face, is what? The jaw. So that's the major reason that at least one should understand what a spelling is, what the meaning is, whenever one is writing or whenever one is trying to pass a message. So I've seen this as well. I've had this several times. You should learn or try to dash yourself whenever you are angry. And options should that. So what do you do when you're angry? Do you comport yourself? Do you compose yourself? Do you comport yourself? Do you comport yourself? So look at what we're having in here. When you're angry, what do? You compose yourself, you comport yourself, you comport yourself, or you comport yourself. So in any exam, the options in there could be quite tricky, but obviously most exam takers will like to come for what? Comport. So this is how we speak, and this is how we write. Funnily enough, the answer is compose. So whenever you're angry, you compose yourself. You don't comport yourself. Now let's look at the two. What's the clear difference between compose and comport? Okay, if I want to go in for an interview, I will comport myself, not compose myself. Now let's look at the two. If I comport myself, it has to do with the way I talk, the way I dress, the way I try to put on my manners during the interview. But if I'm angry, what I do is what? Compose. I've had so many people like, okay, oh, you need to comport yourself. No, you need to compose yourself. Okay, so if you're ardent candidate of international exams, then you understand what I'm talking about in here. And just look at this as well. Most people speak this way. Funny enough, I met him just last week or last year. Okay, funny enough, this is another part that we're needing to work on. I just need to say that this word does not exist in the English language. Doesn't exist. But this is what many always say. Oh, funny enough, I'm going to do it. Funny enough, you know. And I continue to ask myself, why do non-native speakers like using the word funny enough? So, but the grammatical word in the dictionary is funnily enough. Funnily enough. So why do we always say funny enough? Please note, Americans could use one L with the spelling as well. So funnily enough, I met him yesterday and we became friends. So you won't going to say funny enough, I met him yesterday and we became friends. It's going to be funnily enough, I met him yesterday and we became friends. Okay, became friends. So saying funny enough won't gonna work out that way. Okay, so if you're watching at home,
Fun overeating.
Why is overeating?